This is a very, very interesting class. So we're going to be going through a protocol that you all might want to use for your emotions. I think you would, because this is a way that you can feel your best. Who doesn't want to feel your best? What we've been through the last few years has been awful for a lot of people. Like even myself, I always felt I was super balanced emotionally, but these past couple years, I don't know. So this protocol, I'm going to tell you about it. I have the oils. I'm going to use them and show you. And I hope that you join me in the future, because the whole protocol takes a month. It's 6 oils. And it's going to be 1 month, and our team is going to have a challenge. So we would love for you to join us on this challenge. Just let me know if you want to, but Rochelle is just going to give you a brief overview of some of these oils. So take it.
Need to get some release. Be quiet, Chris. Okay, so here we go. So release. Let's see. Some of the oils that are in there are Harmony. Oh my goodness gracious sakes alive. When things don't work electronically, they really go for the gusto. How am I doing, Mary Lee?
Terrible.
Oh, I agree, Mary Lee. Okay, let me pull it together. Here we go. Okay.
Right. You got it? Or do you want me to go?
So it's got a few. That's the thing. It's got quite a few different oils that are in it. Ylang ylang, which I love. So we're talking about being able to release different emotions and feelings. Ylang ylang is a balancer. It's floral, but that in itself, when we talk about using that particular blend, it's got lemon, it has one of my other favorites, Royal, Mary Lee's favorite, spearmint, lemon, blue cypress, Davana oil, ocotea, jasmine, blue tansy, and rose. That's just the release oil. That's the blend. That's one of the 6. So some of the heavy hitters in that: Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood, blue cypress, blue tansy, rose, even Davana. So you've got some florals and you've got some bright oils, which are those fruit oils. And basically those are also going to lift. They're going to lift everything up, and it's going to calm you down, but it's literally going to turn that switch or help you, right? So that now it takes the edge off and you're going to back away from that ledge. And that's why I really love it. And the protocol is different, but the way that I like to use it is I will put a little bit, 1 or 2 drops on the back of my neck, take that and spread it on my shoulders. I'll put a little bit here, because when I go to sleep, that's usually what I do, right? I usually sleep this way. I'm going to smell it, and I make a scent tent as well. But the whole idea is whether I'm going to relax my body or I'm trying to release things off the top of my brain, so that maybe I'm just feeling a certain way for whatever it is. I want to take the edge off, pull, maybe my pressure might be up just a little bit, right? And I just want to feel calmer. And that's one of the oils that I will absolutely use. But I've got these heavy hitters. Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood is my favorite. I've used that by itself. But what they've done, Young Living, is they've taken and they've made a blend with these florals and these fruits, and they've created this powerhouse called Release. And it helps you to release and let go of some of those negative emotions that you have. Sometimes if you're like me, when things start to trouble you or bother you, you loop it. It's that constant conversation that you continue to loop. And it's like, okay, I need to cut that. I need to cut it. It needs to stop. And sometimes we just don't really know how to do it. But what I appreciate and love about Release is that it's part of I use to help myself to cope, so that I don't continue that negative conversation. I stop it and help myself to relax and to really let go. That's probably the hardest thing. So, there are other avenues in which you can take: journaling, going for a walk. There are things that you can do. Release is in addition to those things to assist you. And remind your cell structure what it really should be doing. So there's that. So that's release. Chris, do you have something? Do you want to go back and forth or?
Let me just go ahead and give a little introduction before you were going to do inner child, also talk about that a little bit, right? But I thought with this introduction, any of you who popped on, we're talking about a protocol of 6 oils. It's a kit that's sold by Young Living together as a kit. And Rochelle's going to tell you individually a little bit more about some of these oils. I'm just going to tell you about this protocol, but we're talking about your feelings. We're talking about being able to feel your very best. How on earth can essential oils help you with that? So I'm just going to show you a few graphics. Why this is something good, why we know that essential oils can really help you. First of all, I'm just going to show you a picture of this kit that we're going to be talking about tonight that Young Living has and what it actually can do for you. So this is the kit. This is the feelings kit, and we're going to be talking about all of these different oils. Present time, forgiveness, inner child, harmony. Rochelle just told you about release and valor. So you might have some of these oils, but this is the kit, and this is what we are going to talk to you about tonight. So here's another reason that we know essential oils can really help us with our feelings and really help us feel our best. There are 9 points that how oils help our emotions, how they can help us feel our best. So I'm going to just take you through this pretty quickly, but they're not, if you want to take a screenshot of the picture here, this will be just a reason that you know this is just not something that we've made up. This is just not something that, oh, well, maybe it would work, but they definitely work on your emotions. You want to feel your best, essential oils can help you do that. So just look at the different points that are brought out here. These molecules of essential oils are so small that they hitch a ride on tissues that enter the cells. So they work inside your cells. Number 2 point is essential oils carry electrons and oxygen into the human tissue. They can also carry coded information. So this is really good for our physical well-being, our mental well-being, and our emotional well-being. So if you want to get a screenshot of this, you can check it out later. Number 4, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of different compounds in these essential oil molecules that work on different parts of our bodies. So as you see here, that this is something coming in the future with the new oils. Young Living is having 2 called Deep Spectra. They're getting more of those compounds that we can use, but they work on our bodies. They work on our emotions. Number 5, they are like enzymes, hormones, vitamins. These can carry information to different receptor sites. They just kind of go to where they're needed in the body. That is how essential oils can really work on our emotions. There's a few more points that I want to share with you here too. There's 6 through 9 coming up next that I just wanted to share with you. So why can we really feel our best if we're using essential oils? Well, they actually go to where they're needed. Number 7 says, not only can they help release cellular memories stored anywhere in the body, but they can stimulate the limbic system and where the emotional part of the brain. So number 8 says our eyes, ears, tongue, sense of touch are wired so that these messages pass to the brain, but it says the nose is wired differently. And this is where essential oils come in. It goes straight to the limbic brain, and that's where you get this emotional response. That's why oils with their different scents are so important when we're trying to feel our best emotionally. And last but not least, number 9, when these oils are inhaled, they affect that emotional seat of our brains where we have our memories. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to release those bad memories. We're trying to build good memories, but the emotions that we have are definitely connected by the scent of smelling, of scents, that sense of our body. So our emotions can be best dealt with through sniffing, scents, and that's why emotional oils are so good for you. Okay, I just wanted to give you that little introduction of why we're talking about feeling our best emotionally, and we're talking about using essential oils to do that. So go ahead, Rochelle.
Okay, so then the next one that I wanted to share is called Present Time. So present time, well, Chris talked a little bit about inner child, and we'll get there. Inner child is a little deeper. And so one of the things with a lot of the essential oils, when you're sharing, you want to be in a protected space, because you might now start to bring up feelings or emotions. And so thinking that, well, this is just something that I can just use, diffuse or put on, and I'll be fine. That's more than likely true, but when you're dealing with feelings and emotions, again, you want to be in a protected space, and you want to make sure that maybe possibly you're with someone, because now you're starting to release some things. And that's really imperative. It's important because they could be something that's triggering, and you don't want to be in that mindset really when you're by yourself. So have a trusted love person, someone that you love, with you. So Present Time is one of these fragrances that it really is all about being in the moment. And although if we stay in the past, then we can't move forward. It's like trying to drive your car by looking in the rearview mirror, and that could lead to catastrophic consequences. So at some point, you need to focus, to diffuse, but also to wear. So on your wrists, on your neck, behind your ears. So some of the elements, just so you know, the therapeutic, excuse me. The therapeutic effect of a Present Time is empowerment and emotional release. That's the whole idea. So you can't stay in the past, so you need to stay in the present time. So some of the oils, it's just 4. Sweet almond oil, and that's going to be the carrier oil. Neroli, which is bitter orange, so it's a citrus. It's black spruce, it's a tree, so it's grounding. 3 oils, and they all have their intent and their purpose. So let's talk about neroli. It's been on my list for a minute. I love neroli, and neroli, it's all about calming, uplifting. It's soothing you. It's going to help you relax, ground you, give you some confidence, and help you build peace. That's the whole intent of neroli. Okay, so there you've got that again. But then let's take a look at Northern Lights Black Spruce. Again, the whole idea for the therapeutic support you're going to get from that. Again, it's going to be grounded, which is important. Cleansing, flushing, right? Protecting, unblocking, balancing, and then inducing courage into the picture. And that's more than likely something that you need. Why? Well, because you no longer want to stay in the past. You want to be in the present. So that's the whole idea. And then last but not least, ylang ylang helps to balance male or energy, hormone level, calming, soothing, uplifting, and to help bring back those positive emotions. And so you put those 3 together where you have a citrus, a tree, and a floral. Now you've got some balance. You've got all 3, right? And then it's going to help you to be able to focus, stop looking backwards, help you to focus, look forward, deal with whatever it is that's going on, and be able to move forward. But you are present, in other words. Sometimes, you'll find too where I've had this with my own family members, and you're having a conversation with them, but they look like they're looking off. They're not present with you. They're not. And that's not a good thing, because that means they're not enjoying the time that you're literally spending with them right there. And so I'm not saying that they have an issue, but that's the best example I can give to you when people are not really present. And if that's a regular thing, and it's like, you feel like you're just not with me, you know, and clearly something's troubling, something's blocking. And again, go back to the essential oils. And I love what I had learned last year. And that's what one of the Royal Diamonds said. It reminds your cell structure of what they are supposed to do. And it leaves me in wonder, you know, how our bodies are wonderfully made, but, you know, at the same time, with what we deal with on a day-to-day basis, we need assistance. And present time is one of those wonderful oils. So that's present time. We've talked about valor a few times. So I'll get to valor. But then the other one I wanted to at present time, let's see, inner child. Let's talk about a little bit about inner child. Inner child, again, is a blend. And there's about 8 different essential oils in that. Orange is an inner child. Tangerine, once again, ylang ylang. Royal Hawaiian sandalwood, jasmine, lemongrass, Northern Lights, black spruce, and the neroli. So at this point, we're discussing, this is the third oil, and you see a trend between the citrus and the floral. They're really great equalizers. You're going to uplift everything. Tangerine, we've had some wonderful, great conversations about tangerine and how uplifting it is, relaxing, it's flushing, very cleansing, calming. That's just tangerine, right? And you also have orange. Let's take a look at Royal Hawaiian sandalwood. I don't know if any of you have ever purchased, that was my first start with Royal Hawaiian. It's the hair spritzer. I can't remember what it's called, Chris, but
Hydrosol. It's the water when they distill the Royal Hawaiian sandalwood oil.
So you can purchase that through Young Living and you can put it on your hair. And I was just in love. And then I made it a point. I needed to put the Royal Hawaiian sandalwood. But to diffuse that, it's heavenly. It is. Because then I have been to Hawaii before, and it takes me right back there. It just fills the air. It's wonderful. But again, very relaxing, very calming, very soothing. And so we always refer to stress away as vacation in a bottle. I would agree, but I would definitely say Royal Hawaiian. Why? Well, because I've been there before. And so it takes me back and it really makes me think, you know, I'm back on vacation. So that's Royal Hawaiian sandalwood, part of inner child. Along with that, you've got jasmine, you have lemongrass. Why? Lemongrass, cleansing, calming, gives you some clarity, give you feelings of being feeling protected. That's just lemongrass. So you take these 8 different oils and then you put them together. We still haven't talked about the protocol, but that is inner child. And the whole idea with inner child is emotional release and emotional balance. And some of what I read in regards to the description take you back to feelings of when you were younger, and feelings of wonderment, and just feeling like you are a child. Or in some cases, maybe there are many or some who didn't have that type of childhood, but it gives you those calm, the mind and the heart. So it'll put you in a place where you can actually now, and at an advanced age, now you can do that. You feel you can do it. And that's that. So I've shared this with a couple different life coaches and with some therapists, and I'm trying to get them to use it themselves to see what type of support it would be, not only for them, but any of their clients, you know. So when you're feeling calm and in a protected space, then you're willing to release and let go of a few different things. So that is inner child. Any questions so far?
Doing
on
good.
anything?
Okay, I think we'll keep our questions because I got a ton more information coming.
Okay, all right. Okay, Chris. Let's see.
Are you ready for me to take it away here?
You
We got
can.
5 and 6 to go.
I have a question for you guys here. Raise your hand if you think you could use some emotional support. Okay, most of us here really need
Everybody.
some emotional support. So that's why this class is so important, and I'm excited that you guys are all here, and I hope you'll think seriously about joining our challenge in October to help you with your feelings, to help them be balanced and to feel your best. That's what I'm really hoping for. Okay. Yes, I love all these things. I love having you guys all here tonight. Thank you very much for coming. Now, we're going to go on a little bit more, and I want to go ahead and show you a graphic about if you were like me at all, when I started with essential oils, and it's still the main focus of my life, is my immune system. Like, I wanted to build my immune system. We were living in Africa. That was important to me. Emotions were not really something I thought about. I'm like, I don't know how this could really help. So I really had to do a lot of research to prove to myself that my feelings and my emotions can be helped. And that's why I gave you guys those 9 points. But also, I thought this was an important graphic I wanted to share with you all. It's from this book, but it says research at New York University proves the amygdala gland, the gland in the limbic system of the brain that stores and releases trauma in the body, doesn't respond at all to sound, sight, or touch, but only releases emotional trauma through the sense of smell. So that should be a big indicator why we're talking about this feelings kit. And all of these blends of oils, are so many oils in each of these blends, but these 6 blends that we're talking about tonight, because they really can help us feel our best. So Rochelle told you about some of them. We're talking about Valor. Let me go ahead and show it to you here. Where's my camera? Valor. We're talking about Harmony. Harmony. We're talking about forgiveness. It's a big one, forgiveness. And that's even used to help forgive yourself. We're talking about release. We're talking about present time. And we are talking about inner child that Rochelle was just telling you about now. So before I go on, was there another one that you wanted to share a little bit more in depth with us, Rochelle?
Yeah, I talked about release, and then let's see, inner child, present time, release. I can let you do Harmony. You want me to talk about forgiveness?
If you want to, go ahead.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about forgiveness. So I will say that it's interesting. On one of my apps, it only lists 5. And I believe Harmony is the newer of the oils that they've introduced into the protocol, into that kit. So let's see. So let's talk a little bit about forgiveness. Forgiveness, of course, as like we've been saying, is a blend. And the whole idea in regards to forgiveness has to do with helping you move past, break down some barriers. And this particular oil helps you with the ability to do that. And so some of the constituents or oils in that are this. Let's see. Which can be quite difficult. So some of the elements in that are melissa, geranium, frankincense, which we know is a brain oil, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, coriander, angelica, lavender, bergamot, lemon, ylang ylang, jasmine, helichrysum, Roman chamomile, palmarosa, and rose. So here's some of the heavy hitters in that. Rose, helichrysum, angelica, royal Hawaiian, Melissa. And I do believe that Chris, she ended up getting Melissa, but let's talk a little bit just about Melissa. Some of the therapeutic effects are calming, cleansing, protecting, soothing, uplifting, emotionally, the ability to open up into balance. And so we're talking about forgiveness. Those are some of the qualities that you would need to forgive and to really move on, because we just talked about present time, right? So now we've got to move forward, and that's where forgiveness comes in. So Melissa is actually known to bring out, they talked about to help you settle, cleanse, soothe, and bring out a more gentle side of yourself. Historically, it's been referred to as the elixir of life, and that one oil is listed in that blend of forgiveness. So that's Melissa. Now, frankincense. We've talked about that many a day. Why is that more than likely listed in there? Cleansing, protecting, and gives you emotional support, and it's calming. More than likely, if you're having trouble letting go to forgive, you're going to need that. We're just going to need it. If we're holding on to, can you see I'm clenching? If we're holding on to it and we're not letting go, we're not forgiving. Forgiveness means you have to let it go. And so that's what brain have the ability to do that. Royal Hawaiian coriander is it has more of a earthy, maybe green, but the other name for coriander is cilantro. That's the other name for that. And so if you ever open up the bottle of it, cilantro cooking, you'll know, right? Very soothing. And then angelica. Love angelica. It's got a definite calming effect to it. The whole idea with angelica is emotional release, cleansing, calming, soothing, help you to release negativity. And if you have the ability to do that, forgiveness is really the next step. So there you have that. And those are just a few of the ones that are listed there. So that is forgiveness. Again, if you're in a position where where forgiveness is something that you are working on, or you feel like this is something that I really need to do, you work with a trusted professional or individual to help you do that. You can utilize this particular essential oil also with that as well. So that is forgiveness. Any questions on forgiveness? Short ones.
I got some more information
Okay.
too. Before we get to we're going to save the questions for the end, guys, but we do want your questions. So should we get into the protocol? Everybody ready for the protocol? Are you ready? Did you get through what you wanted to, that you
No,
have?
we didn't do harmony. We didn't do harmony.
Did you want to do a little bit, or you want me to do that one?
You can do harmony.
Okay. All right, here we go. As we go through the protocol with these 6 oils, I'll just give you a little bit more. If you have questions, just write them down, and at the end. So this protocol has to be done every day. We want to try to do it every single day. So we're going to start October 1st. We're going to get our feelings kit sometime in August or September. And we're going to start. But what you need to do to realize how your emotions are being affected by this protocol is you need a journal, maybe notes on your phone, or if you have a little notepad, and you got to write down how you feel. You want to write down how you feel at the beginning. And as you go through daily, you want to make a note or two at least throughout the week on how you're feeling, because these oils are super strong and they will affect your emotions. What your goal is going to be through the month is for emotional release, emotional renewal, and feeling the best you can emotionally. That's how these 6 oils should affect you. So let's go. Let's get started with the protocol. Number 1, we're going to take our Valor. Let me go ahead and show you my graphic before I forget it here. Step 1 is Valor. And what you'll see in most of the Young Living protocols, you start with Valor. Most of you have this oil. And this oil is great on the bottom of your feet. Here it also says the top of the shoulders. So what they talk a lot about is, of course, what you say affects you also. So you want to be positive with yourself, but definitely take this oil. You want to do this protocol a couple times a day if you can, at least in the morning and or the evening. It's best if you can do it in the morning and the evening. So I'm going to go ahead and do this while I walk you guys through it, since I have my oils here. And I can't wait to get this. I'm going to definitely do the top of my shoulders because my shoulders have been bothering me. So what they say to do, step number 1 of this protocol, you're going to take your Valor and you're going to put it, see if I can get it on my feet here. If you guys can see. Okay, let's get it. Are they seeing? I don't know about that. All right, I got it on the feet. Woo-hoo! So that is step number 1. Okay, and we always want to get them to that limbic lobe here. So if you can do 3 deep breaths when you're putting your oils on. So that is step number 1. We've got 6 steps to this protocol. Step number 1 is Valor. And this would be balance. You'll see most of the Young Living protocols start with Valor, and most have Valor on the bottom of the feet to start with, because it helps balancing your emotions, your body. Step number 2, we're going on to Harmony. Harmony, let me, I did have something I wanted to tell you about Valor. Sorry about that. It's called the sweet and spicy aroma. You guys have that. Most of you know it. It has blue tansy and black spruce in there. And what I found really interesting when I did a little more research on this is it affects the pineal gland. And this is a gland used for intelligence and intuition. Found that very interesting. But it also is the gland that makes melatonin for the body. We all know what melatonin does for us. That's our sleep cycles. So that's how Valor helps everything. Okay, let's go on to number 2. Number 2 is Harmony. Harmony is another balancing oil. It also helps us to be more positive, helps us reduce our stress. It amplifies our well-being. It helps create this positive attitude we all want. This is definitely an oil if you're dealing with emotions about maybe being ignored or feeling crushed. And what I loved, I wrote down just some of the oils in these blends. There's so many, like Rochelle was going through them with you. But Sacred Sandalwood is in this one, lavender, lang-a-lang. Okay, so how do we use Harmony? We're going to put this over our heart. So you take a drop. Here we go. Whoops, I got 2. And you want to put this over your heart and above and below the belly button. So we're going to put this above and below your belly button. And it also mentions your tailbone. So see if I can get to my tailbone a little bit back here. That's a harder one to get to. Okay, and then again, you take your scent tent. Oh, I love the scent of Harmony. This is part of Gary's Great Day Protocol. This is an oil. I don't know if you guys have the oils for the Great Day Protocol. So think about it when I tell you about the kit and the prices of things. Maybe if you have a lot of these oils, actually you could start if you have. Does anyone have all of these oils right now? Does anyone have the feelings kit?
No,
Ooh, Rochelle, go. Good deal. Anybody else? Nope.
no.
Because you could just start this protocol now if you wanted, but wait for us in October 1st, if you can. All right, so step number 2 is Harmony. Let's go on to step number 3. Everybody ready? Where are we going with step number 3? Step number 2, they talk about balance. Balance. And there again, because you're putting it on your heart, they say, maybe mention your heart, think about your heart, but The heart is like our seat of motivation, so it's always a good one. Step number 3, we're going on to forgiveness. So this is to get rid of negativity, negative memories, the past, forgiving others, forgiving yourself. So where's my forgiveness? Here we go. Step number 3 is forgiveness. Forgiveness, you want to put this in the belly button here. We're going to get this in the belly button. And it mentions here, if you're mad at somebody, even yourself, you want to forgive yourself. Okay, there we go. So, oh, that smells so nice. Forgiveness is step number 3. It's your feel-good blend to help you release negativity and move forward when you want to go forward. This is the one I think Rochelle, sunburnt there, what's her name? Okay, Rochelle was telling us about, that has Melissa oil in it. And that's how we ended up winning that free trip to Hawaii, because I was going for that free Melissa oil, which I did get, yes. But it also has jasmine and rose, like she told you. Those are beautiful, beautiful oils. Super, Melissa and rose are super pricey oils, but you can just get a tinge of those oils in this blend when you have forgiveness. Okay, so forgiveness, we've got that on us. Let's go on. Number 3 is down. Let's go on to number 4. What is number 4? We're doing this protocol. We want to do this in the morning. We want to do this in the evening. If you can do it a couple times a day, you benefit that much more for helping your emotions balance out, being emotionally balanced the best you possibly can. We're going on to release. Release. Here it is. Release. Step number 4. We're going to take our release and we're going to put it where do we, anybody know where you scientists, doctors say you hold your anger? Anybody know where anger is held? What do you guys have to tell me? Anybody? Go ahead, Rochelle. Oh, you're muted. Are you
Sorry,
trying
kidneys?
another organ? Try it again. It's just connected very closely.
Liver?
Yeah, it's the liver. Whoever said liver, that's it. Liver. Okay. So you take a drop of release. It's the right, I don't know where my liver is. Right side of the body, right under your rib cage. Right side of the body, under the rib cage. That is where your release is going to go. So you got all those nasty emotions being held up in the liver. Release is going to help you get rid of them. What's in release? What I was impressed with, Rochelle was telling you about the Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood Rose. So when would you definitely want to use this oil? If you're dealing with dejection, if you're dealing with being held back. These are just some of the emotions you want to think about for release. You're dealing with anger, if you're dealing with being hurt by people. We want to release it. Like Rochelle was telling you earlier, that you could be stuck. And so we got to release these emotions to go on. So that is number 4 of this protocol. Let's go on to number 5. What is number 5 in the protocol? Number 5, let me scroll down here so I can get there. Number 5 in this protocol is present time. So once you release those nasty emotions that you've been dealing with, you want to be in the present. I thought it was a really good example that she gave us when you're talking to someone and you know they're not with you, but you want to live your life. You don't want to live your life in the past. You don't want to be thinking of all the things that went wrong and how this terrible thing happened or that terrible thing. And sometimes we do get stuck, but we want to be in now. And this oil can help us. This oil protocol can help us do that. But that's what present time is all about. So you're going to take your present time and you're going to put it on your wrists and behind your ears. So let's see if I can show you guys here. Try not to get it dropping on my device. So you put it on your wrists and then you take a drop and you put it behind your ears. So you want to be living now. That's what you want to think about. And neroli is in here. I love neroli too. That's what Rochelle was telling us about. So once you can be in the present, you can go forward. If you're living in the past, it's like having that emergency brake on. You can't go anywhere. So that is number 5 of our protocol. Last but not least, we have number 6 of this feelings kit. All these oils are in that one particular kit. And I did some of the math on the kit. Let me go ahead and give that to you guys. The price of this kit is $203.25. And you get all 6 of these oils with all those beautiful blends. What's interesting is if you have points, if you have loyalty rewards points, you can get this kit. You can't get everything with your loyalty rewards points, but you can get this kit with your loyalty rewards points. If you were to buy all of these oils individually, it would be $364. So that $203 for the kit is really a good deal. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go on to number 6 of this protocol. I feel great already, guys. When you get into the oils, you just feel so good. Number 6, last but not least here, kind of last, is this inner child. Inner child is to get past negative things, especially that happened when you were younger. You want to be you. You don't want to be somebody else. You don't want to be putting on a front. You want to just be you and the best you can possibly be. So inner child is number 6, inner child, and inner child will help you do that. So we want to put this on our belly button. We have, I thought this was kind of hokey too. I had to do a lot of research why you would put oils around your belly button, but right above your belly button, you have this ganglion of nerves. It's nerve central part of the body called the solar plexus. So when you put these oils there, they're going right into your nervous system. So it is a great place to put emotional oils. If you want your nervous system to be affected by oils, that is where you want to put it. And this smells so sweet. Oh, wow. Okay. What's in inner child? Let's go over it again. It's what I liked. I just wrote a few things I really liked. This Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood is in there. Jasmine neroli, this sweet citrus blend. It is a very sweet blend. So this is also an oil. You have to think about if you can't get past your emotions, like Rochelle was telling us before, it affects our body physically too. So that's another reason we want to be positive. We want to think positive. We want to stay positive. And this oil is also for helping us with creativity and dealing with all those past memories. And if you're dealing with emotions like you've been betrayed or you're dealing with distrust, this is a great oil for you. So inner child is step number 6. So what also was mentioned when I was doing my research on this protocol is when you finish everything off, all 6 of these oils, it's not bad to do another drop of Valor. It kind of like seals the deal. So last but not least, I won't show you my feet again. I'm going to go ahead and I will put just another drop of Valor on my other foot if I can reach it here. All right, so that was most of the information that I wanted to share with you. But just remember, we would love to have all of you join our challenge for October. And if you do that, I'm going to send you a cute little gift here, a little pin. You can put it on the vent of your car. It's like a little diffuser, but maybe choose one of these oils that impressed you that day that you want to have with you. And we want to have your journal so you can remember, because what happens is we don't remember how good we feel until maybe we stop. And then we're like, what's wrong? Oh, okay. I felt good. But if we're writing things down, then we have something to compare to. So that's why we want to make a little challenge for our team, for all my customers, anybody who wants to join me. I should have a prize, huh? I think I should have a prize for those who join this challenge. But if you want to join the challenge, let me know at the end of the class. But right now, we're just going to say goodbye to everybody. Well, maybe if you have a few questions, we'll go ahead and answer them. And then we can say goodbye to everybody else out there. Go ahead, LV, do you have a question for us?
Yes, when you apply these oils, you apply them all at the same time, or you wait like a minute or two in between each application?
So the other protocols I've done research on, they say it's best for 2 minutes. Myself, I never have that patience because I'm in a rush in the morning to get out. But I'm sure it would be good. I didn't see that in the information I went over tonight, but the other protocols, they say wait 2 minutes between, let that oil affect you. So yeah, I'm sure it is a good idea. Great question. Anybody else have a question? You have another one, Elvie? Go ahead.
Yes, after the 30-day challenge, can you continue with the same protocol, or is it just, a temporary thing?
It is, I would definitely, it would be up to you, like any oil use. But if you felt really great and you stop it for a few days, then go back. But the whole point is just to see how the oils affect you. If you start feeling like, you've moved past things and you're good now, then you're good. But if you want to keep going, there would be nothing wrong with it. And maybe you find your favorite and you say, hey, this oil really helps me. Let me keep up with this. We're all different. So different oils are going to affect us differently. That would be any input on that you wanted to share, Rochelle?
No, I think you hit the nail right on the head there.
Nice. And we have a comment in the chat. Let me see. The goal is emotional release, renewal in the third part. Let me, feeling your best, but how was that worded? Overall well-being. That is the goal. Overall well-being. That's what we want. Emotionally, especially speaking, is what we're talking about. So thanks for that question, Robin. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody out there on Facebook. If you have some